So the decision was of Jnanvel sir or Ranjit Garu? Who took that?
Me.
You?
Me. Yeah.
Because you are also one of the producers.
No, I'm a line producer only.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Jnanvel sir is a circle producer.
Yeah, he's the main. He's
He's
given all. I'm only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coming to Malvika Garu, ఈ క్యారెక్టర్ మీకు ఆఫర్ చేస్తున్నారు అన్నప్పుడు లైక్ దిస్ మాంత్రికురాలు, హౌ డిడ్ ఇట్ ఫీల్ లైక్ గోయింగ్ టు బి పర్ఫార్మింగ్ విత్ విక్రమ్ గారి సినిమాలు మీరు చూసుంటారు కదా, యూ మస్ట్ హావ్ సీన్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ హిస్ ఫిల్మ్స్.
Of course.
సో బీయింగ్ ఆఫర్డ్ అ క్యారెక్టర్ ఇన్ విక్రమ్ గారు's మూవీ అండ్ దట్ టు సంథింగ్ విచ్ ఇస్ ఆపోజిట్ టు హిమ్.
A lot of emotions at the same time, and I really wanted to work with good directors. I was greedy. I was like, you know, I was waiting for like some filmmaker who writes good roles for women, who
అయితే ఈ మధ్య చెప్తున్నది manifested. This is what, yeah.
Well, I was getting a lot of offers, but they were all characters where like everything's very hero oriented and the heroine comes, you know, 6-7 scenes and really big movies. But I was like, okay, I've done a couple of those, but I don't see my career graph as only doing that, you know. Then you can't grow, you can't evolve, you can't. I want to get better as an actor. I want to work with people who push me, you know. So I was on an adventure to discover that within myself and to collaborate with people who brought that out in me. And it was a point like that when Thangalaan came to me, and I was like, this is fantastic. And I didn't know the role initially. I just knew that it's a, you know, Paranjit Vikram film, and I was like, everything about this sounds perfect. And I'm sure knowing Ranjit sir, it'll be a good role also. Even before I knew the role, I was like, I want to do this, I have to do this. Then we met, and then I found out more, and you know, we did a look test. I wanted to see me as the character because it's a very physically demanding role. As you must have seen from the glimpse.
effort పెట్టాల్సి వస్తుంది మీరు.
It's a lot of power, mental power, emotional power, physical power. So it needs that certain, you know, one kind of physique, one kind of look, certain skill sets in order to fit into that. So we did a look test to see the costume and everything. And then, you know, that's how I came on board for the project. But I had no idea what I was getting into.
Yeah.
So it was like first day on set and discovering, you know, like, wow, this is madness. I've never seen anything like this kind of these get-ups, these characters, a story like this. I've never seen something like this in Indian cinema.
Yeah.
You know. So even to bring that to life, it was so confusing initially because there's no reference. I couldn't find reference point for a character like mine.
Correct.
You know, so we were like, I would talk to sir. I was like, so what films should I watch? Like, what character are we trying to crack? So he recommended, he was like, watch Woman King, watch like these really powerful female warriors. So we watched those roles, but this role is still so different, you know. So it was like cracking, talking, working, basically just shooting and trying to figure out the role.
Yeah, and when you have actors like Vikram Garu and Parvati, were you overwhelmed like on the set and I have to prepare? Because they do a lot of homework and preparation, and how was it for you?
I was very overwhelmed when we started because we started itself with our stunt sequence.
Thank you.
అంటే ఈ వాటెడ్ ఫస్ట్ రిస్క్ అన్ని చేసేద్దామని డిసైడ్ అయిపోయారండి. ఏదైతే
I wanted to show
First
how
it says he put
she
me
is
in
capable or not capable. I want to check.
Sir, your films you first get all insurance premiums renewed, sir. So
But
first was the stunt.
we ensured our talents.
He made me start with one of the hardest portions in the film, one of the hardest fights, and one of the hardest versions.
అన్ని సీన్ లో హార్డెస్ట్.
That is true. That is also
What is
true.
she saying? Every scene is tough. చుమ్మా hardest scene. Okay, which scene is easier? That's what சொல்லுங்க. Every scene was tough. There's worse scenes where swimming underwater, she doesn't know that swimming that much.
What?
Underwater she has to come.
I have
Underwater
to swim underwater and fight also underwater.
attack underwater.
Attack
Swimming రాదు అమ్మాయికి.
She'll fight well, sir, because she doesn't know, no? She has to save her
No,
life.
she was doing this every time.
And sir is like, what is this? Show some power. I'm like,
So
sir,
we had to,
I
we did
don't
so
know
many
how to
things,
swim.
you know, it's
A little bit. I'm not a
but
very
not
good
underwater.
You didn't know, sir?
I don't know.
Ayyo, what, sir? Cinema complete అయిపోయింది.
See, we discovered a lot about each other in the process, and we're still discovering clearly.
See, that's the
But
way
he's
you
right,
portrayed
that thing was
yourself
easy.
and you made yourself comfortable in water. He thought you are a great swimmer.
Every day was an adventure. We didn't know what we
Then
didn't
she
know
was, she'd be
what
going
would happen.
like that, and you think, బాగా చేస్తారు కదా.
What acting, huh? What
Chai, what acting.
I remember
Really?
that one sequence where we were in the water and Vikram was teaching me how to swim. He's like, do this,
Oh.
push your legs. So we were taking classes.
Then
in between
how we'll do
shots.
it? Take a breath, push her down, catch her hand, ready, pull.
Oh.
Then అలాగే
And
వెళ్తారు.
he was doing that. In shots where I had to go and he was out of the frame, he was helping me do it. So
Because push చేస్తే bike వస్తారు. So
float
I'll push her down and then pull. పాపం అది it was really, and దాంట్లో costumes, continuity, spear and cloth, so that all that was going on.
The
It's
beach-
not like you're
beach
learning
and
swimming
like-
and you have your goggles and you can happily go and swim.
my face